Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Valkyrie fans. Well, this one didn't go our way, unfortunately. I was hoping for a better game than this. They lack the intensity that we've been playing with. I mean, this seemed like the Dallas game. I mean, there were, periods of time where the intensity was there, but we missed Timmy on the pick and roll like the whole game until like the last 2 minutes. And I think, that is with what happened this past week with Julie Van Loo, that's something she did really well. And I watched the LA game. She did it twice. She was in there for, 7 minutes or so. She hit a 3-point shot and then 2 pick and rolls, hit the cutter. Easy baskets for LA. And, we've been doing that even without Julie. But today, Temi was open. There were a lot of rolls to the basket that whoever was handling the ball didn't even attempt to pass. That was disappointing. But we've been off for a week. We all the new players again, and I'm just wondering if it's affecting them. It can't, because they got this cohesiveness and playing together, and now all of a sudden that's all gone, and you have a shifting of the team again. So they're going to have to find that. But, I thought the intensity would be there, and it just wasn't. And even without it, we had a lead in the third quarter. It was right there. I mean, we were 6-8 points, until they got a burst. They got a run and then went ahead, and then we just couldn't get it back down again. But because I thought we played bad, and we were hanging with them. So if we can turn that around and pick up that intensity, and we didn't shoot horribly. We shot 42% from the field. Not horribly. And we hit quite a few threes. So, but it seemed cloddy, and there was no quickness and flow to the game that we usually see from the Valkyries. So, anyway, we'll look at the stats here and get the right game. So the Lynx end up winning 82-71. They outscored us in the first 25-18. We outscored them 18-16 in the second. They outscored us in the third 28-24, and that's when they built that lead. When they got it past the 6, because it kept going between 6 and 8 points, and then they bumped it up, and then we only scored 11 points in the fourth. There was no push to okay, come on, you guys, let's win this game. It wasn't there. Disappointing, very disappointing. Anyway, the Lynx outscored us 13. They didn't score either, but they outscored us 13-11. So Kayla Thornton had 13 points. Almost everything she did was in the first half. She had 10 rebounds, 3 assists, but she shot 1 for 7 from 3. 40% overall. She was 6 for 15, but 1 for 7 from 3 isn't going to get it done. Stephanie Talbot, she did pretty well. She shot 40% from 3, 2 for 5. She was 4 for 8 overall. She had a really nice drive to the basket and a body shift in midair and a nice spin on the ball and nice layup there for her. So that was a good game for her. Feg Bentley had 7 points. She had 6 rebounds. She shot 50% from the floor, but just getting her on the cut. She would have had so many open layups, at least 5 or 6 of them. Anyway, Tiffany Hayes had 23 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. She shot 72% from the floor and 83% from 3. She should have just, towards the end of the game, they should have just set picks for her. She was hot. I don't know. Anyways, Burton only had 6 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. She was 2 for 9, 1 for 3 from 3. Salon only took 2 shots, didn't score. Chen didn't score. She took 1 shot. Billings had 5 points, 4 rebounds. She was 2 for 3, and she hit a 3-point shot. Zandalicini got in, But she was being, like, a lot of our shots were just not open shots the way Minnesota got open shots. And I think that had to do with the speed of the offense. They just weren't moving quickly. Xander Lassini had 2 points. That was from the foul line. Kate Martin had 5. So the Lynx, 22 points from Collier. She had 6 rebounds. Bridget Carlton had 7 points. Smith had 5. She had 6 assists and 5 rebounds. McBride had 12. Courtney Williams, it seemed like she made every single shot she took. She didn't, but it sure seemed that way in the game. Like that pull-up jump shot she has. She was 6 for 14. She shot 42%, but it seemed like it was like 100% when the game was going on. But Shepard came in. She had 8 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. They had a lot of assists from their bigs, from their centers. 2 centers. They had 11 assists from their centers. Wow. Heidemann had 5 points, and then Diamond Miller came in and she had 8 points. So, Minnesota's really hard to beat. And, unless they shoot crappy. Let's see, they shot 36% from 3 and 45% overall. We shot 34% from 3 and 41% overall. I think the difference in the game, and we out-rebounded them by 2. Turnovers were even. Let's see. We had 10. They had 9. It was just effort, and that defensive intensity was missing. So, anyway, we're going to have to just let this one go and, just move on from it and hope we do better next time. But we got Atlanta coming up next. And if we can beat them, we'll be even with them in the loss column. They'll still have one more game up on us. But it'd be really cool if we can go to Atlanta in that small gym and get in and out of there with a win. That'd be nice to see. Okay, we'll see you next time.